think I might put my jacket on for this. What do you say? Okay, we're all going to record it. Okay, so welcome everyone to today's Zoom meeting with myself, Nathan O'Reilly, and a few other of our key people here behind the scenes at Craig Proctor System headquarters. Okay, so type into the comments and type into the chat right now if you're happy to be here, happy to be alive. Planet Earth is being good to you today. Okay, go ahead and let us know. Also, let us know where you're from. What part of the North American continent? I think everybody's from North America here, Canada and the US. Let us know where you're from. Put your name and location in. Maybe we can exchange some referrals or at least identify, where we are on the map. That would be sweet. Go ahead and do that as well. And we're going to open it up with a question. And the question is, do you have on your vision board owning your own sellable business asset? Okay. We've been asking that question a pretty good bit as of late, but let us know if having your own sellable business asset is on your vision board. Let us know. We want to know that. Just type it into the chat and comments. Okay. You guys know what a vision board is, right? Like it's out of your head. Like you've got this sort of written down on a notepad. Could be some people actually have like big boards and they actually cut out pictures from articles and magazines, tear things out of books, throw them up on a big bulletin board. And it's probably what I've seen in my experience of watching people do that, like those things typically manifest themselves. So I try to get out of my head and get on a piece of paper, the big things that I want in life. And if you go rummage around my office or my desk at home or nightstand, you will probably be able to see pretty clearly what it is Todd's most interested in achieving in his life. So, and we want the same thing for you guys. But today we're going to talk about you and your own business. Okay. It's not about us, not about our business. It's really about you and you achieving what you most want. Okay. So the question again is, if you have on your vision board, owning your own sellable business asset, which is way outside the norms of real estate. Okay. But if that's on your vision board, let us know. And if it is, this is going to be a good day for you for sure. So Nathan O'Reilly, how you doing, bud?
Doing phenomenal. How's it going, TW?
It's good. I think most everybody here knows you. If they don't, they should. Nathan's outstanding young man. I've known him since he was a wee little young man, and watched him grow up, become super smart and really good at helping people in their businesses, their own lives getting better, their businesses getting better. So Nathan, you're doing a really good job on all that. So I appreciate you being here to help sort of guide the ship today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, behind the scenes, we have Megan and we got Cheryl. I think we even have Drew here. And so we can monitor the chat and try to guide people along the way as we help you. So there's about 3 things that I would like to accomplish today, Nathan. All right. The first one is to flush out this concept or idea of if you really have on your vision board this notion of owning your own sellable business asset. Now, there's no way a real estate agent could ever do that. You're going to have to be of your own company. Whether you're the broker or not is irrelevant, but you need to own your own real estate company in order to attempt to have a sellable business asset. It's just impossible, improbable for a real estate agent to ever have a sellable business asset. So that alone might present some issues for some people, but that's okay. If it's on your vision board to have your own sellable business asset, then it just becomes, I think, a journey of overcoming whatever the issues might be or finding the solutions for them. We'll cover some of that today, Nathan. That's on my list. Number 2 is I do want to get into search engine optimization, which is the future for you. If you think you're going to get super rich and have a sellable business asset solely with paid marketing, in other words, investing in marketing from a paid perspective, probably you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So I'll start out with this question. Is it getting more and more costly to generate buyers and sellers through paid media? And if the answer is yes, if it is getting more and more costly, like to get buyers and sellers through paid media, is that all of a sudden going to change next week or next month or next year? Is it going to go back the other way? And Nathan, I think based on everything we can conceivably discern from doing this for the last 5.5 years, the answer is no. It's a real trend, and it's like a bell curve. It's going like this. So I was talking to a really great Craig Proctor system member a few weeks ago, and he was going on about his big vision he had for his business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to accomplish that. I'm going to have offices around these areas. I'm going to sell this many thousands of houses. And I'm like, sounds great. Sounds awesome. I hope you achieve it. But is it getting more and more costly to generate buyers and sellers? And he emphatically said, oh, yes. And I was like, okay, isn't your business model to go out and get buyers and sellers through paid media? In other words, you invest in marketing and you get business. And he said, yes. And I was like, then how in the world are you going to achieve that vision? Because you do not have a solution for that problem. He goes, oh, I'll figure it out along the way. And I'm like, I don't think you're taking your vision very serious then. You need to solve it now because it's an issue today. All right. And until you have that piece of the puzzle in place, are you going to get heartache? Every time you try to scale up your business, it ends up shrinking back a little bit because of that one problem. When you have a hole in your business model based on your vision, when you have a little hole in it and you grow it, the hole just gets bigger. And I've seen these holes turn into black holes and just suck the whole business right down into it. And the owner ends up right back where they started. Yeah. No one thinks it's going to happen, but we want to talk about that. Free business or business without ad spend based on organic. So we're going to get into that today. I do want to give you guys an update on Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, top of the ladder, and what's happening there and why it's important for you to know. And I think we accomplished those 3 things today. We will have done a pretty good job. Let's give out a website address right out of the chute here. So here's a website address for you guys. It's yhsgrlegacycall.com, yhsgrlegacycall.com. This is your opportunity to basically set up your a one-on-one consultation about you going from where you are now to your own sellable business asset. I'm talking 10xing your business, your success, just living out the life that you were born to live. Don't assume anything other than that's on my vision board. I really want that. And our point is, if you're going to get up and go to work anyway, if you're going to get up and go to work at all, why not bake into your business the ingredients along the way so that when you show up in 10 years or 20 years or whatever it is, and you can't or don't want to do this anymore, you can legitimately sell your business off for millions and millions and millions of dollars, multiples of valuation. You can sell it, you can keep it, pass it on, whatever. So go and set up your own consultation with us to talk about that. We'll look at our roadmap for doing that at www.yhsgrlegacycall.com. Nathan, you've been doing quite a few of these.
Just 1 or 2, Todd. Been hopping on a good bit. And yeah, I mean, the fun part is seeing all the traction that people are having with it and the success people are having with Your Home Sold once they do decide to pull the trigger on it. I mean, as you said, leads are getting more and more costly, and it's been fun watching people pull the trigger on it and seeing what happens to their business. Getting 20% plus increase in incoming calls based around this kind of stuff. So it's been pretty fun watching the success of the members that have decided to do this and have put the trust in making this thing happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're going to educate everyone today on why that is. And I think it'll be well worth your time here. So let's just get right into it now that we've got, I think a good stable of folks. If you're showing up a little bit late, let us know who you are, where you're from. If you haven't done that yet, what part of North America you exist. Okay, just type that in the chat. On behalf of Craig Proctor and everybody associated with the Craig Proctor system, we know you're very busy trying to get this great system implemented, but we also know that you have big goals. Your goals are really big, and we want to help you achieve them. So we set up this Zoom meeting today to do just that. We want to try to give you some good direction and extra help to be able to achieve what we believe you were put on this planet to achieve today. So, so we want to make sure that you guys know we recognize the sacrifice of taking some time out of your busy day to join us, and we're going to make it worth your while. Okay. The other thing is I asked if it's on your vision board to have your own sellable business asset. Okay. Is that something you care about or want? Let us know if it is, please.
Hey, Todd, Todd, can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm
Cheryl.
so sorry to interrupt you. I might have made a mistake when I set up the Zoom. Megan sent me something about, can you ask everybody if they can chat? Because there's a little thing you can indicate when you set up the Zoom. Can everybody chat? I don't know. We're not going to be able to know.
Yeah, I can tell you on my end, I'm unable to chat.
Okay, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
It looks like people are.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at people type into the chat right now, like, hello. We can only direct message.
It might be a direct message to you.
Okay, so they can direct message us. They just can't see everyone else's. So
gotcha.
I'll fix that next time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll keep the chats coming anyway, but yeah, Zoom's pretty cool, man. It's got great technology, but it's got a lot of different things you can do with it. But yeah, keep the direct messaging coming if the chat feature is not. And we'll get rolling. Okay. Keep your mics muted as well if you can do that on your end, because I think we have the feature. So because we want to do a Q&A here in a little bit with you. And before we get rolling, one more time, that website, yhsgrlegacycall.com, yhsgrlegacycall.com. You can type that right into your browser, and you can set up your very own one-on-one consultation with us about seriously going from where you are now to a real estate company business that is worth multiples of valuation that you can legit sell. Okay. So now let's get started. My first, I guess, quote for you today is about your legacy. We're so busy trying to make a living, Nathan, that many times we wake up 20 years later and we just don't have much to show for it. We've got a good life. We got a good lifestyle. We got a family. We got kids, but nothing against my family tree, because I'm here as a direct result of it. But once I get past my great grandfather, of one of them I met, the other one I never knew. But once I sort of get past them, I don't really know who in my family tree has done something that would dramatically change a lot of people's lives. In other words, they just don't show up in history unless I go back and find them. So when we talk about legacy, we're talking about like you're the person in your family tree that changes pretty much everything. Like they're talking about you long after you're gone. Now, some people don't care about that, but I believe we were here to do more than just make a living, enjoy life, pump out kids, leave the planet. Hopefully they do the same thing. Like I just think there's a lot more to this gig on planet Earth. So you're in a unique position if you're here today, because you got here somehow. You got to the crag some kind of way because you believe there was something more to real estate, more to business, and more to life than just a few commission checks. And Nathan, you've met a lot of these people since you got here over the last few years that are literally setting the world on fire in a positive way.
Yes, it's been pretty impressive. Actually, I would say it's probably, I can't remember, maybe my second titanium meeting that I was ever a part of. And I remember Craig asking the question to everyone, whose kids would never have to work, and, had people in the hand, like most of the people in the titanium room are raising their hands, like whose kids will never have to work. And it was kind of one of those things. It's like, talk about generational wealth. And yes, you can basically see it. And these people have put in the work in order to make that piece happen. So, short-term sacrifice for long-term gains.
Yep. So that gets us to, like, in order to really change the game, you have to change how you play it. So everybody get that? So how you play the game has to be done differently. Look, a couple of easy points to understand. When you're a real estate agent or even a broker owner, and you follow the industry norms and standards, even though you may try very hard not to. If that's how you were if that's how you kind of grew up in real estate, is sort of doing pretty much what everybody else does, it's really hard to make a shift from it. I'll give you one quick example, Nathan. When agents get a buyer, okay, or brokers get a buyer, the first thing they typically do is run to MLS, type in the buyer's home buying criteria and try to find houses for the buyer that are active in the MLS. And that's just a common practice among real estate agents. But in doing that, no new leads are generated. The agent has not generated a single lead from that buyer. Okay. And when you talk about, what do you mean generate leads from a buyer? And it's like, yes, the Craig Proctor system is when you get a customer, whether it's a buyer or a seller, you leverage the customer to go get multiples of more business. Otherwise, all you're doing is getting a customer, selling them or their home, and that's it. There's like no new leads generated from the customer, no multiples of closings and commission checks from the one customer. Like, it's a terrible business model. It will never be a business asset, and you will always struggle to get the next customer. Okay, makes perfect sense. So when you got here, it was all about more, and you can achieve much, much more than you're achieving right now. And that was the question I asked earlier. If you can get more out of what you do every day, like, wouldn't you want to do it? If you're going to be getting up and going to work anyway and building your enterprise, why not build it to be a sellable business asset? So when we rolled this out in the early part of 2020, there were 10 titanium level members that said, you know, Craig, Proctor system's been good for my life, and Craig's been good for me. And you know what? I'm in, because I know this thing will probably be pretty good. If Craig and Todd are talking about it or making it available, there's nothing that we've made available that hasn't been a game changer in the last 30 years. So if they're making this available, you know what, I'm in. So kudos to those guys who jumped in and really didn't even know sort of what they were getting themselves into. You know, I'm not going to call it blind faith, because it's not. You know, they had already benefited tremendously from what they had done here. Now, those guys have made millions of dollars in the last couple of years. And since that moment in time, their business is essentially turned into sellable business asset because they were able to close some of the loops and gaps from being a real estate agent or a broker owner into having something that you can actually sell. And there are some things that you've got to do differently if that's what you most want. And Nathan, you've been seeing that play out.
No question.
Yeah,
no question.
So we're pretty happy about that. All right, so let's get into it. I want to get into the SEO, search engine optimization leads. I'm talking high quality leads, like referral type quality leads without ad spend. All right. So here's a good way to kick it off. OfferPad and Opendoor in the United States, pretty prominent iBuyer companies. OfferPad and Opendoor. They didn't get a lot wrong with their business model at all. Those guys are doing okay, other than, they're a little top heavy on inventory. Okay. But let's face it, those companies are worth, I don't know, $1 billion or more in a short period of time. So, but you know what they have to do? Every month they have to spend, every day, they have to spend millions and millions and millions of dollars to tell people what they do and how they do it. Write that one down. If you've got to go out and spend a lot of money to tell people what you do, how you're different, then you have a brand positioning problem, and the cost to get buyers and sellers will always be high for you. Always. One more time. If you have to explain how you're different, what you do, and how people will benefit from it, you have a brand positioning problem. You've baked into your business a problem immediately, and you will always, always suffer the consequences of poor brand positioning. Okay, everybody knows that, or should know, and if you don't, now you do. And since it's becoming more and more costly to generate buyers and sellers through paid media, that's something that you can't afford to get wrong. So when we made Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty available it was with that in mind. Understand that's why it was made available, is we needed some way to help offset the problems of poor brand positioning. Todd Walter's Remax is poor brand positioning. No one knows who I am, what I do, how I'm different, and how they'll benefit. Okay. So we try to come up with unique selling propositions like your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. The problem is I can promote that on a postcard, but online it gets erased and becomes almost non-existent because I'm forced by law to promote Todd Walter's Remax by law. And if I'm not doing that by law, I'm going to get fined and in trouble. So I think everybody understands that concept. So we want to drill down a little bit more because that has a direct impact on you getting more business from your organic and SEO placement. Here's some threats though, Nathan. Anything that we left out on the threat list?
I think that's some of the biggest stuff sitting right there. I mean, the fact that leads are consistently going up, I think everyone knows that this is more and more costly as time keeps going along, and it's not getting cheaper. So, I mean, the best way to do it is piggyback on some of the marketing that's currently going on right now. So, and the best way to do it is have your brokerage name be a USP. Why should they do business with you over and above anyone else?
It is such a great idea. There's no question about it, but these are real threats.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah. If you're in the real, like everybody here is in real estate, right? So, and we're not joking around here. It is for sure a problem. It is getting more costly to generate buyers and sellers through paid media. It is an absolute yes. And it ain't going away. So if you do not do something about it, you will suffer the consequence. Okay. And I don't know how else I can't sugarcoat that one. It is a problem. The agent talent pool, the number of real estate agents is at an all-time high. But the talent level, in other words, their ability to actually sell, negotiate, and help people is, in my opinion, an all-time low. I don't know what happened. Could have been an education system, could be culturally people who are attracted to real estate. I don't know. But if you're trying to grow your sales force and you're recruiting from an agent talent pool that is at an all-time low based on a percentage of real estate agents, just because you got your license doesn't mean you're a talent. And let's put it that way. And I think everyone can agree with that. And I'm not knocking, these are still great people. They're not out to hurt people, but look, most of them can't sell and can't influence or lead. Their lids are really low in these areas. All right. Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, like they're really good at lead generation, right? They take agents' listings and pretty much generate leads. The same thing that I said a minute ago that you should be doing is when you get a buyer or when you get a seller, you go generate multiples of leads from those customers versus allowing people like Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com to become billion-dollar valuation companies doing it. All right. I hope everybody realizes that's all they did is they just basically capitalized on the commoditization of real estate agents, norms, standards out there, the way it's done around here, basically to build their business. And it ain't going away. iBuyers gaining more and more market share, buying more and more real estate before it ever hits the market. As a matter of fact, Nathan, I think I'm right when I say that OfferPad and Open Door, I think in Metro Atlanta, will not buy a property if it's been listed on the market or if it's on the market.
A certain number of days after it's been listed before they are willing to buy the property. So if you list it, yeah, it's no go after that.
Yeah. Commissions aren't going up. Now they're going up for these guys. Okay. Those guys' commissions are going up, but for the industry, they're going down. Okay. At a pretty rapid pace, by the way. So type into the comments or the chat there and let us know if you were on stage when I said years ago that expect real estate agent commissions being paid or offered to cooperating agents, buyer's agents in the MLS to be at zero. Expect that day to come. And I remember the crowd was incensed with me. They were like, thought I basically lost my mind at the time, but it wasn't a hard thing to predict, obviously. And for the most part, some of our people here on this little map, they're kind of leading the way in that area. Like once you realize that you do not need a buyer's agent that is competing against your seller's interest to sell the property, like once you realize you don't need that, then you end up doing things a different way, which may lead to not using MLS altogether. So, that's caused MLS to get really, really heavy, on real estate agents across North America. Board mandates, trying to make everybody use the same. I was talking to some guys in Minnesota yesterday, Nathan, me and you were, and he said they were forced to all use the same listing and buyer agreements. And I was like, that's really bad because those things are terrible, right? So anyway, all of these are threats to your enterprise if you want this. So if you want your own sellable business asset, okay, if that's what you most want, and I'm like, why not do it? Okay, it's crazy not to do that. And these are all legitimate threats, then you have to answer them. You have to counteract them. So, so when we say disruption, we are the disruption. What we're doing here is not normal and customary for real estate, okay, at all. So allow me to explain, okay? Like, why is it that most real estate agents, broker owners really struggle to effectively grow their business? Okay, like, why is that? So I think most of you are like Nathan, like me, and the rest of us here that get up every day and really ask these questions of why is it done that way? Okay, like the way most real estate agents do business is it's a failure. Look at the numbers here. Like the numbers they don't lie. The median gross income of real estate agents is below 50 grand a year. First year agents take home less than 9 grand a year. 80% of all agents and brokers are quitting the business every 5 years. 95% are under 100 grand. Less than 1% make over 250. 88% of all real estate agents fail at their own finances even. 1% of 1%, that's it, scale up to $1 million or more. 99.9% never, ever do. 87% of all customers say they will go back to do business with the same agent again, but 84% do not. Like these are real numbers. Okay. So if you're serious about taking your business to the next level, then you're probably like, there's got to be a better way. And there is a better way. Okay. A better way to sell real estate is to have a business that is unlike everybody else's business. Okay. This will allow you to help endless numbers of buyers and sellers without your involvement, and it'll set you up to live the life that you're born to live. Okay. But remember, you're not going to find this better way in doing what most agents and brokers do. And you're not going to find it in trying to improve on what they do. Okay. You're going to find it in a different way. Okay. First of all, like this, if you get a buyer, all right, most agents are going to run to MLS, try to find that buyer a house, but you're going to advertise the buyer to generate more listings. That is completely different, isn't it? Okay. So all of this is reasons why we launched Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Okay. We did it simply for those reasons. Like we're just like you guys, like we don't like the way it's done around here. So it's not a secret that we've done very well with the Quantum Leap system, selling it to agents and brokers and coaching them up on millionaire real estate businesses. Many of you right now watching are walking, talking testaments to that. But the reason is because it's different. And the better we do at getting the Craig Proctor system members to do different, the more successful they are. The hardest thing we do every day is getting people to do different. All right. That's the hardest thing we do. That's why we say the hardest thing we do is getting people to copy. Okay. Because those paradigms, those ways of doing things that people grew up doing are really hard to shake. Okay. But once you commit to being different, oh my gosh, that's when you lift the lid off your earning capacity. So bottom line, what we've discovered is there's just no part of the industry norms and standards that you can use to become super successful. All right. So even the efforts, let me repeat that one, even the efforts of trying to improve what the other real estate professionals do ultimately fails in helping you achieve your biggest goals. Okay. For example, Uber did not try to improve the taxi cab experience. Okay. Airbnb did not try to make the hotel industry better. Amazon did not set out to try to make bookstores better. All of it was done differently. Okay. And those guys changed the way, those industries even operate. Okay. So, but think about how everybody gets started here. And it'll explain a lot, won't it? You get your license, you pick a company, probably because you know someone there. You show up on the first day to begin to copy pretty much what everybody else is doing. And then boom, that's the career killer instantly. As soon as we set out to do what the majority of people are doing, we have cemented our failure in building our own sellable business asset. So imagine when you first got into real estate, if that was the day that you did what Elon Musk did. You said, you know what? I'm going to start today and build the greatest company, leveraging electricity, electric cars, solar panels, and the like, even go into space. I'm going to build a company like that. I'm going to start today. All right. Imagine if you would have started your real estate career the way that we're describing right now. Where would you be today? Right. But it's not too late. Okay. It's not too late. For the few agents and brokers who do pretty well out there, Nathan, you've seen this. They're just like burnt. They're burnt out, man. Juggling all the balls themselves, racing around every day, trying to be all things to all people. Brutal. Okay. It doesn't have to be that way. Missing kids' ball games, missing out on vacations, missing out on life, getting at the end, okay, and not being able to sell my real estate company, like that doesn't have to be a thing for anybody here. All right. These falling real estate commissions, not being able to collect your optimum fee, okay, all of that stuff is, you do not have to play by those rules at all. And as a matter of fact, we don't want you to. Okay. So to set this up, everyone here at some point in the future is going to come to the end of their rope. You're going to be tired. You're going to be not able to work. You're going to not want to do it anymore. There's going to be something that is going to become a roadblock of some kind. Could be health, could be finances. It could just be you're tired, lost interest. I don't know. So when that happens for the average real estate agent, they can't do anything. Even the average broker owner, they're pretty much just done. Okay. So they'll take a portion of their income along the years of doing real estate and invest it into the market, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever, or they'll invest it in cash flow real estate. So that's sort of the norm that people do. Is that right? Okay. And that's great. I appreciate that, but it's still, you can't do anything with your business. You just pretty much walk away from it. Okay. But if you contrast and compare this with the local dry cleaner, okay, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to work for 10 or 20 or 30 years. Okay. And they're going to take a portion of their income and they're going to invest it in the market and cash flow real estate. But when they're done working, they will sell their business and they will sell it for multiples of the valuation. Multiples. Typically, a dry cleaner sells for about 2.5 to 3.5 times of value. So now, why do people become broker owners? Well, I do believe every real estate agent should have their own real estate company. Okay. As fast as you can pull that off and make it happen, you should go do it. All right. So, and we're going to make the case on why that is here in a minute, but most people do it, Nathan, for the wrong reason.
No question about that. Mm-hmm. I hear every time I ask that question on why someone started their own brokerage, cut the broker out.
Yeah, they still want to pay the brokerage. In other words, they did it to save money. And saving money will never make you rich. It will never lead to a sellable business asset. The reason you go start your own company is because you want to do something different in the world today. You want to make a difference. You don't like the way it's done out there. So your vision is to change the outcome. But if your vision is to save money, right, then we're already setting our business up to not be a sellable business asset. So it does start with a vision. So we want to know what your vision is. You got to share it with us. Like, what is it that you don't like about the way things are done around real estate? And if you could do something about it, would you? Okay, well, I'm going to encourage you that you can do something about it. And we've made it available to you to do something about it. And we want to work with you to achieve that goal. Okay, we want to bake into your business from the beginning, from right now, what is critical to end up with a sellable business asset. Okay, so we took the number one system for growing a real estate business and we turned it into a different kind of real estate company. We have, in fact, created something new and revolutionary, a multi-millionaire real estate company, franchise prototype, super profitable business. You can get, you can grow, you can expand, you can scale, you can sell. Okay. And it's a new opportunity that you're being offered. Now, our goal was not to fix what's not working in real estate. Our goal was not to improve the way real estate brokerages operate. Our goal was to replace what doesn't work with something altogether different. Okay. So to bullet point that out for you, it's a replacement that makes you the envy of admiring agents and brokers, provides you with a 7-figure net cash flow business, takes you completely out of the babysitting broker or manager role, and it gives you wealth and freedom. Okay. Allows you to travel, see the world. Okay. While your business still continues to grow in your absence, and make deposits into your wealth building account. Delivers you freedom from having to work in your business, having to be involved in the sales process, and it replaces your current business life with a radically different one. Gives you a new business model, absent frustrations and struggles that you despise. Pretty much changes everything. Now type into the comments and chat if you like that replacement. Okay. Like, if we're going to do it, why wouldn't we do that? So this is not more of the same, it's different. And that's where the wealth building opportunity lies for you. So we took the number one system for growing a real estate business and we turned it into a brokerage, okay, for people like you, Craig Proctor peeps. Not only will you increase your income, okay, but you will own your very own sellable business asset that is so valuable, other people will want it, and they'll pay you multiples of earnings to have it. You can sell it, you can keep it, you can pass it on. It's your choice. Choice is freedom. Okay. It's a legacy play. Okay. So we're talking like a business that legitimately changes lives, positively impacts your community, and allows you to live the life you were born to live. FYI, that's our mission statement at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. So for the record, I was the first to launch a Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty in August of 2018. I disrupted my existing real estate company that I had, which was the fastest growing real estate company in Georgia at the time. I disrupted that for Your Home Sold Guaranteed because of the problems that I laid out for you earlier. Okay. I knew they were there. So what good was it to continue? Right. So the concept of having a brokerage with the number one unique selling proposition in real estate history as its name would better enable people like you to combat the trend of paid media becoming more and more crowded and less profitable, and allow you to capitalize on the growing trend of search engine optimization, organic and free. Literally more inbound business by sheer existence. Okay. So, and in 2020, like I said earlier, we rolled that out to a few titanium guys and they jumped on it. Okay. By 2021, the number grew to 11 states and 2 Canadian provinces. Today, these are popping up every single week all over North America. Okay. But mark my words, there is a limit. There's a limit to the number of Craig Proctor brokerages that can exist in any space. At some point, if someone wants one, they're going to have to go somewhere else. Just like if you wanted a Chick-fil-A, you're probably not going to get that in Metro Atlanta today. You're going to have to go to some other state or Canada to get one because they're stuffed. They're not allowing anybody else in. This happens with everything exclusive. So everyone needs to know that. And you're at this moment in history, given the opportunity to be able to grab hold of it and roll with it. So all of that struggle, all that work, all that energy, all that effort to build a sellable business asset, like all of it disappears with this opportunity. Okay. This is a different way. It's a better way. It's a superior way to sell real estate and scale. And we're going to show you some of that today. Okay. There is a plan. There are systems. There's a model. Of course, there's mentors and there's a culture to do something different in the world. And imagine that place is your own real estate company where you completely operate above the fray. Okay. Again, there's our mission statement: a business of purpose, influence, and significance, changing lives, positively impacting the community. A real sellable business asset. That is who we are. And that's why we're doing this. Okay. So everybody's super clear on it. Now, Nathan, one of the questions that we've gotten from Craig Proctor people is like, why would you call it the USP? Right. And I understand that because people are infatuated with their logo, their brand. You know, they want the brand to be themselves like I did. I wanted people to come do business with me because of me. And, but it didn't take me long to learn that was not going to work very well. At least it wasn't working for me.
Well, what's it all about? Like, do you want your business to be about you, or do you want your business to be about the customer? Like, what's the customer want at the end of the day? And that's what you really got to sit back and really think about and look at. Like, I don't think anyone really cares if Todd is selling my house or not. What's the end result? Did Todd end up getting the goal that I wanted to happen? Did you sell my house in the time frame that I wanted and the price that I wanted? Like, what was the end result of it? And the name is the reason why you would do it. So the name is what is attractive to most customers, and that's what we want at the end of the day.
Yeah, type into the comments or chat there with us if you have seen us do the Google search of real estate brands in the marketplace. Let us know if you've seen us do it. Here's some screenshots from some of that exercise. Like, I go Google up Keller Williams, 198 million search results. Not too shabby. Remax, 126 million search results. EXP Realty, 135 million search results. Coldwell Banker, 49 million search results. Okay. Your Home Sold, 2.7 billion search results. Like, that's 2.6 billion search results more than the number one real estate company on the planet, so to speak. So it's a good idea. It's a good idea to call your real estate company something that people really, really want. It's about the customer, as Nathan said. I don't know if anybody noticed this, Nathan, and it took me a while to pick up on it, but out of all these screenshots I did, okay, like Keller Williams, Remax, and, you know, EXP Realty and whatever is Coldwell Banker, like Your Home Sold is the one that had the most paid ads. Some of them didn't have any paid ads associated with it, but Your Home Sold, the page was dominated by paid ads. People are leveraging those words.
Well, the best part of it is then you're depending on your geographic location and where you're actually Googling it, your name will then populate right there. So when you actually Google it, and you actually see your Google business page populates right next to all of those. So for most people who know those are paid ads, they scroll right past it, and then boom, next thing you know, the next thing that pops up when you guys actually Google search it is the Google My Business page, sitting right there with your reviews and everything else. So now it's like, okay, great. They might have paid ads around it, but what's the consumer clicking on? What's the consumer looking at? Are they going to look at the business name, or are they going to look at the paid ads? Like, chances are the business name's right there. They're probably calling that instead.
Yep. 100%, dude. So I want you to think about this. Is it possible for everyone here to magnetically attract business by sheer existence? You know, OfferPad and Open Door have to spend enormous amounts of money to attract business. Correct? Okay. So OfferPad and Open Door, all those companies out there, they got to spend gobs of money to try to tell people what they do. All right. Because OfferPad does not signify what they do and how they're different than any other business. Neither does Open Door. Okay. It's the same with Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Remax, doesn't matter. And it's the same for many of you when you use your name. All right. But think this one through. Is it possible to generate multiples of more business by sheer existence? And the answer is, well, of course it is. If your sheer existence is the very thing that people most want. If your sheer existence is the thing that most people want, you automatically have a flow coming to you because people go looking for it. All right. And I proved that out with the search results there on that PowerPoint slide of 2.8 billion, 2.7 billion search results. Goodness gracious alive. So anyway, that was pretty amazing when we saw that. All right. Now, some of you have asked directly about that website again. It's yhsgrlegacycall.com. So if at any time over the next few minutes, as we get into this SEO and organic lead generation system that we want to show you, if at any time we get into it, you want to set up your very own one-on-one consultation with us about having your own sellable business asset, we've got to make that website available to you at yhsgrlegacycall.com. Write that one down. yhsgrlegacycall.com. Now, it is first come, first serve there. Okay. And as I mentioned to everyone earlier, there is a limit to the amount of these companies that can exist in any market area. Okay. We haven't quite gotten there yet, but this thing's growing really fast. And we want the best Craig Proctor system people involved in it. So that's why you were invited today to look at some of the developments and things that are going on here. Okay. yhsgrlegacycall.com. Book your free, no obligation consult with us about going from where you are right now to your own sellable business asset. Okay. And write this down. Having a sellable business is about predictability. And there's nothing predictable about the way real estate really operates as a norm. So if you guys want a business that's predictable, you're going to have to do things differently anyway. So why not do things differently that will absolutely turn your business into a sellable business? Yeah, do it different. Okay, so here are, before we look at the SEO piece and dive into that for a good few minutes, here's 8 reasons, okay? 8 reasons why Craig Proctor and myself believe you should go and to yhsgrlegacycall.com and discover more, okay? Number 1, we believe it's your legacy. We don't think you got to the Craig Proctor system accidentally. Somehow you ended up here and we've gotten to know each other and we're impressed by you and you're impressed by the system. That's not a chance meeting. Okay. So we believe it's your legacy to hit the ground here and build something in your community or multiples of communities that makes a bigger impact. A real sellable business asset would do that. All right. Your Home Sold is number 1 on Google search among all real estate brands. Number 1. It's the thing that virtually every single seller wants. Okay. 3rd bullet point. This is a Craig Proctor system brokerage. Make no mistake about it. It's not a hybrid of anything. It's a 100% Craig Proctor system brokerage. Okay. 6 simple steps to success. Okay. There's an exclusive CRM, financial model, brokerage model, all based on Craig's system that will scale without limits. All right. Your very own mortgage branch for additional value to customers and you increasing your revenue per transaction by 50% or more. That's been a biggie, Nathan.
Huge.
Yep.
Huge.
And something that you guys may not know about is the automatic customer. Right. So we have to have predictability in you, not just getting a customer, but getting the customer to come back over and over and over and over again. Okay. So how do you increase the likelihood that the customer comes back over and over again, even though they buy a home every 7.5 years on average, primarily? That we've got figured out. Okay. The first transaction that you do with your buyer or seller is just the first one. And there will be more transactions before the year's over. We call it the automatic customer, and they will pay for it. This puts the bookend on predictability of getting customers and then leveraging customers to get more. And we want to show that to you, but you got to go to yhsdrlegacycall.com so we can spend more time with you on that. Okay. Next bullet point, agent recruiting. Yeah, it's no big secret. It's getting pretty tough out there to get high-level skilled real estate agents. So we have the best recruiting system, period, in real estate. And I'm going to show it to you here in a few minutes, or at least some part of it. Next is the skills training. So how many of you have been to an outside sales agent workshop? Back in the day, Nathan, I used to host these OSA workshops in Metro Atlanta, and Platinum members for a long time said, man, that is the best training ever, that we've been to. How many of you guys have been to those? All right. So what we did is we took that outside sales agent workshop and we put it on steroids and turned it into multiples of courses that run ongoing and regularly for your agents. In other words, Craig and I train your agents. Where else can you get billion-dollar agents training your agents? Like, look, when I was training my own people, it was pretty good, just like when you guys train your own people. But when I would get Craig or somebody to come in and train them, they would be like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. Oh man, Todd, why didn't you tell us about this? And I'm like rolling my eyes. I'm like, guys, like this is what we do every week. To type into the comments and chat if you guys feel like that at times with your own team. Crazy, isn't it? Okay, yes, you should be training your team, but you should also have us do it, okay, on the Craig Proctor system way. And every Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty member is a titanium level member. And this is where we spend our time together on scaling up the business to be sellable. So there's 8 big reasons to go to yhsgrlegacycall.com. Maybe we can send that out to everybody, Nathan. I don't know.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure Cheryl's probably on it already.
All right. So let's kind of break some of this down and spend some time on this SEO and free ads. Okay. We talked about this pretty heavily, your own sellable business asset. Like if it's on your vision board, you guys should make it a reality for yourself. Okay. Look, people are not going to buy a real estate company based primarily on closings. So if you're wondering like what makes a business sellable, okay, it's not closings. Okay. A buyer is looking for the business to work without the present owner and its ability to produce future income. That's scalable. So you guys can soak that one in, right? So predictability equals certainty. So our entire business model is about predictability. Like we've got a system for getting customers. We got a system for turning the customers into lifetime customers. Okay, that's the automatic customer. They pay. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty owners, clients pay annually to be a lifetime customer. Let me repeat. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty owners, customers pay annually to be a lifetime customer. This makes the business predictable, increases profits. Okay. So Nathan, we've heard it as turning a service into a product. Explain that to people a little bit more.
Yeah, so essentially, when we ended up, one of the big things is we ended up building out this entire university which was one of the pieces where we were able to offer this service, and we really did turn this into a complete product on that side. I think also when we're talking about the monthly, are you talking about monthly income as well here, Todd?
Yeah, monthly, annually, like just increasing revenue from the customers. Like the first step in building a company that can thrive without you is to find a service or product that has the potential to scale. So what we did is,
that piece there is we ended up taking the university and really ended up drilling right into that to be able to make that a actual product for not just you guys, but for your clients as well, for not for your clients, but for your customers as well, which is going to be your agents. So we ended up taking that, creating that, so that way your agents can get trained on this as well. The cool part is what we want to do is we really want to take this and also provide that directly to your customers from a buyers and sellers, so that we can actually create some sort of monthly product for them as well, some sort of way that you guys can get a monthly revenue stream on that side as well, I think is what you were kind of hitting on there as well, right, Todd?
well, when a seller or buyer invest in a subscription model, they engage the business more, right? Like if you can get 2 transactions from every single client a year for, like you're scaling really fast. And a lot of people just don't know how to do that. So scalable things meet 3 criteria. They're teachable to employees, like the 72-hour rule or the follow-up script, or they can be delivered through technology like the Proctor plans in the CRM. And they're valuable to the customers, which allows you to avoid commoditization, like our 6 seller satisfaction guarantees. So I would say that this has always been sort of like a franchise. It's just that there were some missing components to just about everybody watching today to turn their business really into a sellable business asset. The third one is they're repeatable, meaning that the customers need to return again and again to buy. And that's what our lifetime customer system is. Okay.
And really think about it, Todd. Like if you're able to get not only your agents more engaged with your product every single day, but then you also now are getting your buyers and sellers engaged in your product on a regular basis, what's the worth to that?
Yep.
I mean, is there another real estate company that's talking about what we're currently talking about? Not just your agents being involved in your product, but actually getting your buyers and sellers involved in your product on a regular basis. That's completely game changing on that side. It's almost as if the buyers and sellers are getting ignored on this piece. And when it comes to the real estate brokerage, like you guys are the only ones that give any value or benefit to the brokerage is you guys. And you guys are independent contractors. Now imagine if you had a brokerage that were actually pushed buyers and sellers to get the engagement with the actual brokerage. Now what's it worth?
Yeah.
Now what's that piece worth? It's a complete game changer, and it creates a true lifetime customer when your buyer and sellers are paying you regularly on a regular basis, on a monthly basis.
Mm-hmm. We mentioned earlier about the rising cost to generate buyers and sellers through paid media. What if I told you guys that when you actually use branded marketing with risk removal or risk reversal as the sponsor of the ad, what if I told you generate more leads on the same dollar? In other words, the marketing costs go down. Would you believe me? Okay, well, I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit more in a minute when we get into the marketing piece on SEO here in about 5 minutes. Okay, but we have exclusive content that is pushed out with the YHSGR brand utilizing SEO, no ad spend. Okay. All right. Which allows you to dominate search engine optimization. Like a prospect takes to Google to find a solution to their selling or buying problem. All right. Your exclusive content matching the search shows up organically, and it shows up risk-free, risk removed, risk reversed, because it's published by your home sold guaranteed realty, your company. If you publish it by you, like Todd Walters, Greg Proctor, Remax, it's not unique and exclusive information anymore. Before ever, I won't make the click. All right. Understand that we're trying to get the click. We're trying to get in the mix on the customer coming our way. Okay, so when you take this dual front end funnel, which is reducing the cost of paid media combined with SEO domination with this exclusive Craig Proctor system content, both being sponsored by risk removal brand positioning, you get more customers. Okay. So the automatic lifetime customer we were talking about just a minute ago, the seller purchase of the customer's home is just the first transaction. At the time of listing and buyer agreement, the customer is going to opt into our lifetime customer system. So upon the sale or purchase of their home, the customer is going to pay $997 a year as subscription fee. And when a customer pays a subscription fee, they take a more active interest in your business. Okay. So there are three things that happen in return for this $997 investment. Okay. They're going to get things like the customer is going to get paid for referrals. Okay. They're going to get a turnkey system to get rich in real estate. If it's good for us, it's good for them. And they're going to get additional value and information around the place that they call home. Okay. So if you guys like that, just those concepts around unique selling proposition 1, okay, on your home sold guaranteed. Yeah. You want to set up the one-on-one with us like right away. YHSGR legacycall.com. That's where you got to go to set up a meeting with us. Okay. Free, no obligation. We're just here to help. When there's no high pressure sales going on, my job today is to educate you on how it's working, why it's working, get you in the loop on it. Okay. So one more time, YHSGRlegacycall.com. YHSGRlegacycall.com. That's the domain name. All right. So we hit this pretty, go ahead.
One point on it. If anyone's ever gotten a upfront buyer fee, if you guys have ever run that, you guys would know right away that your buyer becomes more bought into the situation. Like if anyone's ever done that, you guys know, okay, all of a sudden the buyer's calling you guys back. All of a sudden the buyer wants to be more involved in the deal. That's how it's going to be with his lifetime customer system as well. All of a sudden you start collecting money from them, and now they're trying to get you referrals. They're more involved in your business. They're now diving in further with you because there has been an exchange of money. Whenever there's an exchange of money, all of a sudden the customer becomes more bought in, more engaged to your business.
Amen, brother. You said that pretty well. All right. So let's look at value proposition number 2. In other words, this is reason number 2 why you would own your home sold guaranteed realty, right? So, okay. Do you guys know the story on less branded marketing? I wonder how many people really know the story of less branded marketing and Craig Proctor. All right, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, you guys ready? All right. It was back in the mid-90s, 1993, 94, 95. Craig Proctor had contracted with Dan Kennedy to help him as Craig was building out his seminar in the Quantum Leap system and coaching business. Okay. And pretty good move. Dan's premier business builder, copywriter out there. So as they were looking at the opportunities to do this together, Dan helped Craig with pretty much the invention of less branded marketing. But the reason why is because Craig Proctor Remax wouldn't work in generating leads in the public. Okay. The brand positioning was poor. Okay. So Dan said, it's not going to work. This is what we're going to do. We're going to basically get rid of the brand and we're going to roll something out that's newsworthy to attract more prospects. Because if we put out there that this is Craig Proctor Remax stuff, it's just not going to work, bud. So Craig's like, sounds good. So they invented less branded marketing. Okay. Now, if you read Dan Kennedy's books, if you've been studying Dan, if you've been involved in Dan for any length of time, you will notice that he pretty much hasn't done that with anyone else. That it's exclusive to Craig Proctor in real estate. For Dan's own business, he didn't do that. Okay. He created his own brand, no BS. Okay. So why was it done for real estate? Because it's too costly to miss out on a customer. Let me repeat, the cost to missing out on a customer will crush your business. The opportunity is not in what you're doing. The opportunity is in getting what you're not getting. It's doing what you're not doing today. So at that moment in time, Craig was at Remax. If Craig's brand was your home sold guaranteed, guess what would have never happened? Less branded marketing. So fast forward to today, your home sold guaranteed as the brand sponsoring any of your ads outperforms the less branded marketing. Okay. So this is what most agents don't know. They may have thought that Craig and Todd just needed something else to do with our time and days together. No, you guys, the members said, we need help. We need to lower the cost of getting buyers and sellers, and we want to increase the likelihood of getting more high quality customers from sheer existence. So we worked on this for years, and the only conclusion was turn the brokerage name into a unique selling proposition, because that is the problem. If you can't eliminate that problem from the equation, nothing else will work. It continues to be more of the same. Okay. So I showed you guys earlier 2.7 billion search results. Like, isn't that the brand you want to be associated with? Okay. So why is SEO so important? Well, paid advertising and other online stuff, generates traffics to websites and all that kind of stuff. But if you look down here at the stats, only 2.8% of people click on the paid ads. These are Google's numbers. Okay. In a nutshell, SEO has 20 times more traffic opportunity than pay-per-click. 97% of everyone that goes to Google is not clicking on the paid ad. So you're missing 97% of the people that are typing in what you think they're looking for. That's the opportunity, folks. Okay. So let's go to Google. Check it out. How to avoid inspection problems when selling a house. I type that into Google. I click search. Look who shows up. Zillow. Okay. And I'm looking at Zillow's content and I'm like, our content's better. How come the Craig Proctor person's content's not showing up right here? It hasn't been optimized to do that. That takes work and energy and effort. All right. And the concept has been have it show up less branded because your brand positioning is poor. It has risk in it. How about this? Go to Google and type in selling my home and look what Google tells you people are looking for. Selling my home myself, selling my home without a realtor, selling my home by owner. Look at that. Okay. Don't we have content that says sell your home without an agent and save the commission? Isn't that one of our top editorial type ads? What if I told you that editorial ad works better if it's your home sold guaranteed as the sponsor of the ad than no brand? And there's no such thing as no brand anyway. You're just creating a different brand for it. Okay. So if you're going to create a different brand for it, create brand positioning that reverses risk. How about this ad? How to sell my home during, and look what Google showed me, Nathan, COVID, divorce. Okay. And I'm like, don't we have a divorce marketing campaign? What to do with your matrimonial home before, during, and after a divorce? Yes, we do. So how do you get your content to show up when these searches are taking place every day of every week in your marketplace? And is there a limit to the number of people's content that could show up? And the answer was, of course. Of course. We know how to get the content to show up. That's what's happening at Your Home Sold Guaranteed at the top of the ladder. These guys are generating massive amounts of organic business from their Craig Proctor content because it has better brand positioning, and their paid marketing is going down because of better brand positioning. It's a beautiful thing, man. It is cool when you get something right. And every now and then, over my 3 decades with Craig, every now and then something comes along that changes the way things are done around here. And this is just that thing today. All right. So relevancy, applied to Google's rules with reverse risk is how you dominate SEO. And we've cracked the code on it. We have the formula on it. It's available for anybody who wants it, but it won't work without risk removal. It won't work without relevancy, and it won't work without playing by the search engine's rules. Okay. So never need to worry about content because we have the content. We got over 150 exclusive written for Google, Craig Proctor content library for your home sold guaranteed realty people. Okay. So there you go. So there's how the search engine optimization piece works. Okay. Just so you guys get an idea of it. You make it work with content and you make it work with risk removal. Okay. And that's what we want to show you more of if you give us the opportunity to do it. This is what we call a dual approach. Okay. You've got the paid media and you have the unpaid media. The paid media goes down. Your marketing generates leads from buyers and sellers through paid media goes down because of risk removal. And your SEO and organic business goes up because of risk removal as well. Okay. So that's the concepts in its simplest form so that you guys completely understand. So what you'll discover here for the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty people at the top of the Craig Proctor system ladder is that last bullet point. There is no less branded marketing. Okay. It doesn't exist. So if you guys like that, you'll want to get to yhsgrlegacycall.com and set up a call with us. I'm going to throw that slide up here real fast. yhsgrlegacycall.com. We want to show you more. There are 6 other reasons for you guys to do this, and I'm going to walk you through those really fast. Okay. 6 other reasons other than the 2 we just mentioned there. But this is what you want to do. You want to get first in line. You guys are some of the best Craig Proctor system people I've met. I know we don't want the ship to continue to sail on without some of our best Craig Proctor people on board with it. It's not a hard sell. It's just that it would be a sin to basically not try to connect with amazing people like you guys and let you know what's going on here at the top of the ladder in the Craig Proctor system. Did I get that right, Nathan?
No question. You got it, my man.
All right. Good. So let's look at a few other things. Okay. This is a Craig Proctor system brokerage. Generate leads, convert to appointments, given to your sales force. Okay. 6 simple steps that we use in everything that we do to be able to pull that off. The people, the processes, the marketing, all around those steps right there. Okay. But we plug all the holes that you currently have in your business. So all that thinking and the leadership that went into making this the greatest business building system for real estate agents ever on planet Earth. Yeah, dude, it exists at the brokerage level. Okay. So when you go all in with Craig, your life gets better. Okay. The more I've done with Craig over my years with his system and this way of thinking, the more I've done it, the better my life gets. Nathan, you see that play out every day with Craig Proctor people?
No question.
Yep. So just at that next level. All right. Mortgage business. How many of you guys would like to get a referral fee on every single mortgage done, either refi or purchases of all of your customers? How many of you guys would like that? What would that do for your business if you could have your own mortgage branch with no investment? That means no money out of pocket, but yet you got 25 to 35%, maybe up to 50% of the mortgage fees on every refinance and new purchase. So we've built that out for your home sold guarantee. Okay, members. So Nathan, when I do a meeting at yhsgrlegacycall.com, when I go there to set up a meeting, as I know some of the folks have done here already, how much do you get into this with me?
I'll get into all of it. whatever you guys have questions on, we'll take a deep dive. I usually go into everything on the USPs of why you should be doing this, exactly what it is that we are here offering to you guys. Cost, benefits, we'll really take a deep dive. And also I'll be looking into your business as well. Not just because I want to know what your business is doing, but I want to know how this is best going to be able to help your business and be able to structure it in the best possible way so that we can take these USPs and apply them directly into it. Here's what you need to do, 1, 2, and 3. So I'll get a good understanding of your business, and then we'll really take a deep dive into how this is going to help you and change your business as well.
Yeah. So I was one of the first real estate agents in Metro Atlanta, according to research done, to actually get money from a mortgage company on a monthly basis. My first check I got from a mortgage company was $2,700 when I was a real estate agent and struck a deal with Home Bank Mortgage Corporation, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But I would have much rather had $2,700 on every single transaction. And they told me I couldn't get it because I didn't have my mortgage license. And well, fast forward to today, we have cracked the code on that for real estate professionals. And it is an absolute game changer. All right, USP number 5, I've already mentioned to you, the automatic customer. The automatic customer is simply people will pay you to be a lifetime customer. They will pay you to be a lifetime customer because the value is so freaking good. Okay. For example, they send referrals, you pay them. And you may be saying, well, you can't legally do that. Well, of course you can. If they've got a real estate license, you can for sure do it. If they don't have a real estate license, there's workarounds. You just need to know what they are. Okay. Now we know what they are. Okay. Realogy and Amazon did a deal recently like that. If you're familiar with Realogy and Amazon, okay, they've done that. Number 2 is helping the customers get rich. The reason more people don't buy more real estate from you is you just don't take them the deals. So what would happen if you had a system in place to actually take the customer the deals, right? Would they buy more real estate? Doesn't most customers want to increase their wealth investing in real estate? They don't do it because maybe they think it's risky. They don't know how. Whose fault is that? Like, they're our customer. We're doing it. Nathan, you do it. Like, why wouldn't we do this with our customers? So we have a system to help you guys do that. Okay. Number 3 is the reports, for example, for the customer. What I mean by reports, I'm talking just like they know now more about their home every month than they did prior to buying it. Okay. They live in it. But in addition, how many buyers would buy my home this month? Did you guys know you can deliver a report like that to your customers? So most of you that are watching right now are very familiar with our lifetime customer system. So imagine adding on those other elements. Okay. Do you think that people would be interested in becoming a lifetime customer? Yes. Okay. Recruiting. Okay. How many of you guys need agents? Type into the chat and comments if you need real estate agents right now to join your company, or you would like to get better ones. Okay. Well, we take 2 approaches here on the recruiting system for your home sold guarantee realty guys. Number 1 is we have an exclusive video recruiting system. And number 2, we send you Craig Proctor system members. Craig Proctor system members that don't want their own real estate company or don't want it right now, they need to have a safe place to put their license to implement the Craig Proctor system. So we'll just send them to you. Okay. And of course, we're going to help you recruit people through the exclusive recruiting system that we put together for your home sold guaranteed realty owners. As a matter of fact, let me play this video here for you guys. Okay. Let me share my screen. I have to enable sound, and you guys can tell me what you think about this spot right here. Okay. You guys ready? Let's check it out.
I need this sale. Just a little bit of real estate? No!
Are you looking for leads with a little more pull? Your home sold guaranteed realty can grow your business with guaranteed, ready-to-act buyers and sellers, actual clients, not leads. We get it. As a real estate agent, it's tiring and time-consuming finding clients, from cold calling to door knocking to begging for referrals and buying internet leads.
Are any of you looking to sell your house?
Are you trying to get referrals from the production crew?
No opportunity wasted, right?
How's this for an opportunity? With your home sold guaranteed realty, you will gain a $100,000 increase in additional income, or we'll pay you the difference. Wow, that is a lot. How do we do it? Other places will offer you leads, telling you that with their leads, you can grow your business.
Get your leads here, real estate leads!
Whoa, hold on a second. All they're selling you are leads, not guaranteed appointments with ready-to-act sellers and buyers. All these leads do is add endless hours of cold prospecting. Oh, hey, this one's popped. It's burnt. At Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, we're providing you with guaranteed, ready-to-buy buyers and ready-to-sell sellers. Appointments, not leads. Booked appointments. That means you can stop cold calling and start selling. Just ask Nancy with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty.
I didn't realize how much business I was missing out on. Now I have an overflow of sellers and buyers every week.
And that's not all. We also deliver unmatched skills training, full-time admin services, and guaranteed income increase, turning you into the realty magnet. Now that's the power of attraction at work. We've already created more successful agents than any other system. Contact Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty to get started today.
Okay. So I think
I
everybody
need this sale. Just a little bit of
what a good recruiting video looks like. That is one for sure. Okay. So, hey, look, we already know that getting real estate agents is tough. Okay. Like really tough. Okay. But you're going to have some unique angle to be able to pull that off. And that's our unique angle. Okay. We partnered with a company called Chamber Media. The initial project was $60,000. Okay. And now all the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty owners get those. There's 6 of these recruiting videos, and we show you how to best use those in your business to recruit a steady flow of higher quality agents. It was a lot of fun, Nathan, and people are really saying good things about the recruiting systems, for sure.
Yeah, that's not the only one. I know we have a few more of those as well.
Yep, there's 6 total today. So type into the comments and chat if you guys liked the theme of that recruiting commercial. Yeah. Okay. Next, USP number 7, the number 1 real estate agent.
I got one more thing on that, Todd.
Yep.
Like, there's going to be a lot more things where if you guys have your own real estate brokerage today, like this becomes much easier to pull everyone's money in and then be able to create something like that. The quality's better. Everything becomes a little more buttoned up than you having your own company trying to build this thing from scratch. So now we're all able to put our own dollars in to be able to create more content that's just like that. So that's not going to be the last thing that's going to be coming. For a minimal cost for something that actually would cost you having your own deal a lot more. So that piece is pretty cool that we can kind of all pull our money together to be able to create some awesome content like that.
Yeah, you can do a lot more things together than flying solo. Yeah, like this is an international deal that we would like for you guys to do. So I think what we've done today so far is we've given everyone here a pretty good education on what's going on at the top of the Craig Proctor system ladder. I'm sure you're pretty impressed with it all. We are, but I'm impressed more with the owners, the people that are getting involved in it, and their level of innovation. Okay. Which gets us to the training. Okay. If you want to sell more homes and make more money, and you're not the one generating the majority of the income for your real estate enterprise, you're totally reliant and dependent on your sales team, your sales force. So your sales force, that's how good your business will be. Okay. And remember what I said earlier, the opportunity is not in what you're getting. The opportunity is found in what you're not getting. So imagine right now the number of leads that you guys generate from the ads that you run. And now imagine the leads that you're not getting from those ads. Okay. We spent some good time on that a few minutes ago in discussing that one. All right. How about this? Imagine the leads that you're getting that you're not getting on the phone. Imagine the leads that you did get on the phone, but you didn't get them to an appointment. Imagine the people that came to an appointment, but they didn't sign an agreement with you. And remember, and imagine all the people that did sign an agreement, but you never got them to the closing table. Like, what are those numbers? How much is that income? Oh my gosh. So we're going to train your people for you. If I could train your team every day of every week of every month, would they get better? Would they win more and lose less? Okay, given the opportunity on it. So we created yhsgru.com. We call it the university. So what we did is we took that OSA workshop and then we added in hundreds of more videos into the advanced agent training modules and set them up as 5-minute long videos. Okay, so hundreds of 5-minute long videos. Every video follows with a Q&A that you got to get right in order to move to the next video. It's a course. And when you complete the course, you get certified. And you want to give your appointments to people who are certified. You don't want to give your leads and appointments to people who aren't. That's craziness. Okay. So when you go to yhsgrlegacycall.com and you book for a one-on-one meeting with us about this, Nathan's going to give you a full demo of the university. Okay. Again, this is to make your sales force monstrous. I mean, where you just crush your competitors in the marketplace. No more losing on multiple offer wars or losing customers to other agents or not getting your fee, to the level that you need to get. All that goes away because your people are just better trained. They just got better skills that they didn't have before. So this is a screenshot of inside the university, and I specifically screenshot this advanced agent workshop module. Okay, because you can see right here, this is like the 3 days, for example, of that OSA workshop that some of you have been to before, but on steroids for the modern era. Okay, there's 19 videos on mindset, performance guarantees. Okay, there's 90 training videos on working with buyers, and there's 110 training videos on working with sellers. Each video is about 5 minutes long. And it's everything that your agents need to know to be more successful, to win more, lose less. And when you've got a company that trains together, you create excellence in your culture, and it pretty much provides rocket fuel to your business. But it doesn't stop there. When you hire a new agent, we will train them for 3 days. I will personally train them for 3 days in that structured digital training system called the Advanced Agent Workshop. Okay, for 3 days, we're going to get together with them and we're going to train them up. So they get started right away in the beginning. They're going to get certified for doing all that. Okay. And this happens the second and third week of every month. It's a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Thursday. So when you onboard new agents, boom, you send them over to the training module. Okay. They get registered and scheduled up. They show up and just sit there in front of their computer for those 3 days, and we go to work. On day one, this is what happens. Okay. On day two, this is what happens. This is what the agenda is. This is what they're learning. Okay. The things that you want them to know. And this is what happens on day three. Everything working with sellers. Okay. But we're not going to stop there. Every Friday, okay, there's a Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty owner that carves out 3 hours to train your agents as well. Every Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. And here are the topics. The first Friday of the month is mindset, systems, and guarantees. The second Friday of the month is advanced disc training. The third Friday of the month is more on the VIP buyer system. And the fourth Friday of the month is working with sellers. And we just start over the next month with a different Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty owner doing the training. And there's 100 of these owners. So it's like we have plenty of volunteers, and they're all millionaire real estate agents, okay, that are doing the training. Okay. And every time your agent attends the training and completes it, they get certified. So there's reward and award around it as well. But it doesn't stop there. Okay. You get a report. You know whether your agent is training or not, whether they're passing or failing or not. And if anybody's not playing by your training rules, you can do something about it. Okay. USP number 8 to close the door on our session today. Okay. Titanium. So a lot of people that have never been in titanium are intrigued by it. They want to know like what goes on there. Okay. Well, this is what goes on there. Everything that you're seeing on the screen right now is essentially your business categories. So our job with you as a titanium level member is on expansion and operations planning. That includes tenure modeling, operation structure, and valuation optimization. Down here, sales and marketing execution. Over here, financial modeling and reporting, and up here, people development alignment. And we just go around this wheel, okay? It starts a little slow at first, but then we pick up momentum until the flywheel is spinning without your involvement. And your people are the ones doing the implementing, okay? So if you want to know some examples of expansion and operations planning, there's a list right there, okay? Financial health, market opportunity, process documentation, best practice duplication. If you want to know some examples of sales and marketing execution, that gets into brand strategy, your brand house, so to speak. All right. You're shortening the sales cycle would be one for sure. Getting the customer to come back and buy from you more often would be another one. Maturity focus area example in financial modeling and reporting would be like your key performance indicators. Every part of your business has a number, every single part of it. And when you apply a number or a target to everything that you do, it makes everything better. Remember the example I gave earlier, Nathan? I said, when you get a listing, how about generating at least 30 leads in the next 3 weeks with 1/3 of those leads having a home to sell? That's a score. So once I put a number on it, we play against the score and we get a listing. How do you know if you're winning or losing? The average real estate agents measure winning or losing based on selling the home, not you. You're going to measure winning and losing based on, did we get 30 new leads within 3 weeks and 1/3 of those leads have a house to sell on every single listing that we took on? That's just one example of key performance indicators that will absolutely change the dynamics of your business. All right. People development and alignment. If your people's goals are not in alignment with the business goals, they're not going to build the business. You will struggle. So how do we get your people and their goals in alignment with the business goals? What are the strategies and processes to pull that off? Every great business does it. Every failed business didn't do it. Well, that's what we do with you in Titanium, is we already have all this. How else can you explain these Craig Proctor system members getting into this level of the Craig Proctor system here and scaling up their businesses to crazy things that we never thought might happen? 10 million, 15 million, 20 million in revenue, 1,000, 2,000 homes sold a year. Yeah, that's exactly what can happen for you. So there's consult days with me in Atlanta. There's our advances. We just got back from Cancun, Mexico, for example. On our advance, we have our Zooms and masterminds that we do once or twice every month with all the Titanium members. There's exclusive networking that goes on with those guys, or associating and hanging out with each other, online, discussing their issues and problems, essentially masterminding with the top real estate professionals in the world. And we got one more bonus for you. Whenever you refer a Craig Proctor system broker owner into your home sold guarantee realty, Craig Proctor will pay you 50% referral fee for life. So it's a great way to generate over $1 million in passive income. Okay, just simply through referral. So there are 8 big reasons why, okay, you would want to find out more, learn more about your home sold guaranteed realty. Okay, with a lot of emphasis today on the marketing and search engine optimization piece. Okay, this is a limited opportunity though, guys. It's a ground floor opportunity today, but not for long. You have the remarkable opportunity here today to get in on the ground floor, be one of the first 100 or so doing this. We're closing in on that number as we're recording this Zoom meeting today. There's room for about 4 in every marketplace or city, depending on the size and scope of it. is what we've determined. And that's primarily driven by our SEO content. Okay. So if you understand the concept of early in, first to market, you want to act now. So in case you're wondering, like, what action is there to take, it's go to yhsgrlegacycall.com. yhsgrlegacycall.com. Like, don't delay. I'm just going to get on the schedule. And it fills up pretty fast. Okay. So go take advantage of that. The investment. Titanium's $35,000. The Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty license is $10,000, and it's $100 per agent per month. That's it. So for many of you, you're paying more than that by the time you factor in what you pay your broker. Okay, and what's it costing you in the business that you're not getting, as we've laid out today? Remember, Your Home Sold Guaranteed is a marketing play. Okay. So remember, we're going to train your agents, so we're going to make them better. Okay. And they're all of your agents become a walking, talking, living, breathing, unique selling proposition that leads back to you. So if you got 10 agents on your team or at your company, that's 10 USP ads running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year by sheer existence. You will get more business. Okay. Just by having the USP as their brokerage name. And since we're training your agents, you can count on them winning more and losing less. Okay. So 2 big reasons that's a big deal for them, right? Now, guarantee that if you can find better training for your people or you let us know, and we'll donate $5,000 to the charity of your choice. That's our guarantee on the agent skills training that's provided here for your people. Okay. Now, if you don't own your own brokerage today, no big deal. We got a step-by-step guide on exactly how to go from agent to brokerage owner in no time flat. It's a myth that it's hard or it's a liability or you don't want to do it. That's hogwash. Okay. It'll be harder for you to do your signs, for goodness sake, than it will be to open up your own brokerage. It is. It'll be more time and energy invested in trying to get your signs and cards than literally opening up your own real estate company. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe stories from people telling you that, oh my God, the richest people in the world own their own real estate company. They're broker owners as a percentage of people in the industry, not real estate agents. Okay. And it's the first step to having a sellable business asset anyway. Okay. So we'll run through all those starting objectives with you if we need to. You can see we've got it laid out pretty well, step by step by step by step by step. We're not going to get into that today. Okay. How to open up a firm in every state and in every province. We know it. It's documented. Okay. We know how it works. Okay. So what happens after you become a Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty owner? It's called onboarding day. Okay. Onboarding day is a couple of hours long. Okay. Where we walk you through everything that happens next, including getting your hands on the Built to Sell playbook. Okay. So we'll spend more time with you on all of this when we follow up on our one-on-one meeting together at yhsgrlegacycall.com. Nathan, any final comments?
Yeah, I mean, it's been cool to see, especially on the building side, seeing some of these brokerages where they were and where they are today, and the aspect of having an onboarding system to be able to onboard your agents, coach and train them consistently. I know we've got guys like Damien and Myra who've we're at 12 agents before coming to Your Home Sold. Within 4 months, they ended up scaling it up to 62 agents. And then we also had Bertrand. I mean, Bertrand's gone from 6 agents all the way up to 78, I believe now. And he has 30 more pending that are coming on board. So the piece of it is, this is systematic. We have an approach to it. We have an onboarding play to be able to get your agents in and on board. And this is a reoccurring process that we can do over and over and over again for all your agents. So anyone that's had like oh my gosh, I had 10, I have 5, I have however many agents you guys have, and you're freaking out about adding more or anything like that, it's because there is no system for your guys' training. You guys pop on, you try to do something once a week, all of a sudden a buyer appointment, listing appointment, big listing appointment pops in. You have to move your training times. Like, we can do this stuff for you guys, and it just makes life so much easier for you to be able to have a duplicatable system to be able to go get agents and really be able to scale out what you guys want to do and be able to build this thing. So it's been cool to see other people kind of do it as well.
Look, we don't want you guys to miss out on things like this. We just got back recently from Cancun, Mexico, and it was a great 3-day event. But it wasn't like any other Craig Proctor system conference you've been to. This was about building your own sellable business asset to scale. Okay, and we're going to continue to do these for these people. Okay, and many of you, this is good for. Okay, look, if you don't want your own sellable business asset, we still love you. But if that's what we're working on and you're just nibbling around the edges, you're going to still benefit. You guys know that, right? You're going to benefit from that trickle down effect. Okay. If you want your own sellable business asset, that's the best thing that could happen. The worst thing that could happen is you sort of fall over being a millionaire real estate agent. Okay. Just trip over it because we're looking at the very top in so to speak, coaching down. Okay. So no one loses here by Craig Proctor system having your home sold guaranteed realty at the top of the ladder. Just what I've shown you today, you can tell it makes everything else better. Okay. But if having a sellable business asset is on your vision board, go to yhsgrlegacycall.com and let's get together and take a next step in looking more deeply at you achieving that, doing more with Craig Proctor's system. All right. This is the greatest thing in real estate in a long, long, long time. And we will prove it to you if you give us the opportunity. So it's been a fun day today. I'm sorry the chat didn't work so great there, but we could see your comments. I don't think everybody else could, but that's fine. We've got that. We've already booked some meetings with many of you. Okay. And we're going to keep at this. So as we discover more and learn more about the remarkable things going on around search engine optimization or the development of other value propositions, like I mentioned to you, the automatic customer, where the customer will pay you to be a lifetime customer, which makes your business more valuable, or the venturing and getting paid on every single mortgage, refinance or purchase, referral fee. So any discovery, like we'll keep bringing them to you, but we just don't want you to miss out on it if that's, or for those are things you believe would make your business and life better. So I want to thank all of you for being on today, spending an hour and a half with us on this topic. That means a lot. Nathan, you're doing a great job there, buddy. Working with these guys and directing and guiding them. Cheryl behind the scenes, Drew, Megan, Claudia, and everyone else here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and everybody in Craig's office pulling together to basically make real estate great. I would say great again, but it's never really been great. It's a terrible business model. You get a customer, you sell them one thing for life. That's horrible. That's not what we do here. All right. Okay. Obviously, that's what we wanted to disrupt, is that you become part of their family. They're doing business with you all the time, not just once. Okay. And we're achieving that. So yhsgrlegacycall.com. This is going to be fun, guys. Really appreciate those of you that stuck with us here and paid attention. I know many of you have seen your faces there on the Zoom, and I want to give you a high five when I see you becoming part of this level in the Craig Proctor system. It does Craig a lot of joy to see people move up that ladder. Nathan, thanks, man.
Appreciate you guys. You guys have a phenomenal rest of your day and go serve big.
Yes, we'll look forward to catching up with you guys at yhsgrlegacycall.com. Until then, like Nathan said, go serve big. We'll see you now. Thanks.